Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Thanks for all the new subscribers joining the channel. I appreciate it. Today we are going to be tackling a project on this Ranger. This is a 2008 Ranger Crew XP. Yeah, 700. This is a fuel injected machine. So this one, what's going on with it? Let's see if I can get it to do it. It's kind of a common problem and something you'll see a lot on the Rangers and some of the Yamaha and other Polaris products. So whenever you try to start it, you hear that noise. The starter doesn't catch all the time, so sometimes it'll just free spin. See if I can get it. It doesn't do it all the time. You hear that? See, this engine was not turning over. It's just a starter. So what it is, at some point it'll just completely stop and it won't start. So what it is this right here. This is your starter clutch. This rides on the starter. This rides on the flywheel. Starter spins this, the clutch engages, and it starts the engine. To do this, you will need to get access to this side cover. Sorry about the focus. This side cover, this is where the flywheel is on the 700. Should be pretty similar to for a 500, a 800, a couple other model Polaris. So to start, what I did is I took this breather hose off right here. It connects right down there, and then that gives you access to this cover. So there is, oh, sorry about the focus there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It looks like 9 bolts all around. I will confirm that whenever I get it undone. Be careful, there's other bolts near this that looks just like it. Those are for the engine case, so don't loosen those on accident. But just follow the cover around, pretty simple. These are all 10 millimeters. Makes it easy if you have an impact or some other powered hand tool. It's a very easy job. The only other thing you might possibly need is a new gasket for this cover. There's no oil behind this cover. It's dry back there. So most of the time I would say your gasket's gonna be fine, but if you wanna get one just as a precaution, that's fine. I already took this one off and I know it's good, so we're good to roll with that. I'm gonna put you on a time lapse while I take this cover off, and I'll turn it back on once we get rolling. All right, so I got it off. This is what the cover looks like. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 bolts. Sorry about that. Whenever I opened this up, first thing I noticed, I could definitely smell something burning. Also, I apologize, it's not a paper gasket, it's a rubber O-ring, so most cases you're gonna be fine just to reuse it. This is it right here. So all you do is just give it a little wiggle. Be careful, there might be a washer behind this. Let me see, sometimes I can kind of get it. Might have to take the starter out. Let's see. Yeah, I'll tell you what, I'm gonna go ahead and take the starter out. On this Ranger, just 2 bolts right there. So let's go ahead and... All right, so I got those 2 bolts out, and I put a little pry bar in here, and I got the starter popped out. I unfortunately do think we're gonna have to loosen the flywheel here. So I'll show y'all a method if you don't have a puller. We'll see if it works. It might be a little difficult to do while we're in the engine, or inside here. But basically what we're gonna do is we're gonna back this nut off, and we'll put a pry bar inside of here and put pressure on it and pop it as we're hammering it off. So let me get all that set up and we'll get rolling. All right, so we are ready to pull the flywheel. I have this 3-point puller here. This is a harmonic balancer puller, I believe. I'm not sure what thread these are, but I'll leave y'all, if I find them, I'll put them in the description. This nut was a 7/8 inch nut to back it off, and it's just lefty loosey, just like any other bolt. I did try to tap this off using the pry and hammer method, but there's just not quite enough room for me to do that. You might have good luck doing it, but I'm just gonna do it this way. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn this off. All right, so I got my nut ratchet on the end of it. Probably gonna have to hold the flywheel here. I have to get my pry bar and grab the flywheel. Unfortunately, I cannot fit my impact in here. There we go. Once you got some torque on it, it feels pretty tight. You can tap it. Keep on going. Damn, that sucker's tight. No wonder I couldn't get it off with just using the hammer method. Let's see. Keep on going. Yeah, I got a lot of torque on there. I'm getting a little concerned I'm gonna break something. Yeah. There we go. Got it. I can't believe how tight that was. That's ridiculous. I'll go ahead and unthread our puller here. I'll set that on this side, over to the side. Like I said, you might be able to do the hammer method, but that sucker was so tight on there, there was no way I was getting it without the puller. So, you probably don't even have to take it all the way off. So we got the starter here. There is a washer back here, so don't lose that. You'll need to put that back on. Everything looks good in there, so I'm gonna go ahead and get the new part and we'll slide it on. Don't forget there's also a washer on the front side too, like this. Washer on both sides, so don't forget to install those on the new one. Alright, so here's our new one. We're going to go ahead and slide the washers on. You could probably put a little grease on here if you really wanted to, but I'm not going to worry about it. There is a crank sensor in here, so you don't want to disturb that. So we got both of our washers on, and we're going to go ahead and just slide it back into our groove, making sure the washer does not fall off. And then we'll just slide our flywheel back on. And now we can go ahead and tighten it back down. Notice how I didn't pull the flywheel all the way off, and I did that on purpose because I did not want the keyway to fall out, and I did not want to have to worry about realigning everything. So I just barely slipped out just enough. We're gonna go ahead and take our 7/8. There's probably a torque spec for that, but I know this impact pretty good, you know how it goes. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and set y'all up in a time lapse, and we'll put this cover back on. And basically just gonna be repeating what we did in reverse, and we should be good to go. All right, our cover is back on. And our starter is back on, so let's give it a try. Don't forget also, when you put your starter back on, there is a ground wire right there, so don't forget about that. So there we go. Works like it should. I guess time will tell on the longevity of that fix, but should be good to go. Only other thing I need to do is reconnect this pipe, but I will just do that off camera because it's pretty simple. It's just a breather pipe. But if y'all have any questions or anything, please let me know down below. Thank y'all for watching, and y'all have a good one.